Imagine buying the most expensive laptop on the market, running dozens of applications, never restarting it, never updating it, never letting it cool down. Eventually, it would slow down, freeze, crash. Yet, many working mothers try to operate exactly this way. We work, we parent, we manage household, we plan, we organize, we solve problems. And then we wonder why we are exhausted. The problem isn't that we are weak. The problem is that even high performance systems require recovery. So welcome to the last episode in this series. This is a perfect final episode, not because it's about a vocation, but because it's about sustainability. The entire series has been asking one question: how can a woman have a career and a family without burning herself out? This final episode becomes the answer. And the answer is not work harder, of course. The answer is not become more efficient. No. The answer is not even optimize every minute. No. The answer is recovery is part of performance. And that's a message many STEM and corporate mothers desperately need to hear. So through this video we are going to talk about small breaks, about the cost of never stopping, power of longer breaks, and the family angle of the whole break system, and practical recovery framework. So let's start. Your breaks are not interruptions to productivity. They are part of productivity. I know that many professionals eat while answering emails, attending meetings, and working in general. The irony, research consistently shows that genuine breaks improve attention, decision making, and mental recovery. Yet, many high performers treat lunch as optional. So try to have your lunch away from your desk. This is very important, and this is part of the small breaks that we are talking about. Another small breaks is a 5-minute mental rest. Example is a short walk outside or even inside in your open office. Just take a short break, take a coffee outside, stretch yourself, step away from screens. Even just if for a moment you set your eyes or something else but your screen, something far. Like this is one thing that optician told me. If you are the whole day looking at the screen, checking the numbers and expiry dates whatsoever, take one moment, 20 seconds, to look at the ceiling and to check what can you see on the ceiling. Can you see spider web if there is some? Can you see a fly? Can you see whatever? Just put your eyes somewhere else. This is also a small break for your eyes, for example. What happens if you don't stop? If you don't have a break, if you don't have the small chat or a small walk outside, if you stay at your desk for a lunch break, what happens then? Have you ever read the same email 3 times, forgotten why you opened the document, snapped at your partner over something small, felt exhausted before the day even started? That's often not a motivation problem, it's a recovery problem. Many professionals finish work and recover, but many mothers finish work and begin childcare, cooking, cleaning, planning, bedtime routine. So it's like second shift starts. So mothers often experience continuous output without continuous recovery. And a lot of mothers says, I will rest on vacation. Yeah, but you are exhausted for 50 weeks and rest for 2 weeks. That's not a sustainable system. Vacation matters, yes, but daily recovery matters too. So please think about it. You really need these small breaks during the day to recover properly. Now, let's move into vacations. Research constantly shows that vacation can improve your well-being, stress level, sleep quality, relationship satisfaction. And the challenge? Well, many professionals bring work with them. Yes, let's take my laptop to the beach. Please ask yourself, when was the last time you took time off and really disconnected? Not checking your WhatsApp messages, not checking your Teams, not checking your email. Really, actually disconnected. Many people, many mothers can't remember. Before children, you could often recover from intense work periods very quickly. But after children, your baseline demands are higher. That means recovery becomes more important, not less important. And many couples spend months operating like project managers, like logistic coordinator, household administrators, colleagues, and vocation often create space to become partners again, friends, spouses. Children don't remember most of your emails. They don't remember most of your meetings, but they often remember family trips, weekend adventures, special experiences, and those moments become part of family identity. If your manager told you to run a critical production system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no maintenance window, what would you say? Every engineer knows the answer. The system will eventually fail. Humans are no different. So how do we set up our practical recovery framework? Try to think about daily recovery, weekly recovery, quarterly recovery, and so on. So for daily recovery, lunch away from desk, short walks, and of course screen breaks. Weekly recovery, protect family time, hobbies, exercise, social connection, and so on, what is important for you. Quarterly recovery, long weekends and mini breaks. Annual recovery, real vocation, and true disconnection. Rest is not what happens after your work is finished. Rest is what allows you to continue your work. Through the whole series, we have talked about maternity leave, about returning to work, burnout, boundaries, pumping, sleep deprivation, career growth, difficult managers, difficult colleagues, and the many challenges working mothers face every day. But if there's one lesson I hope you take away, it's this. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to deserve recovery. You don't have to prove your value through exhaustion, because the goal was never to become a mother who can do everything. The goal is to become a mother who can build a life that is sustainable for your career, for your family, for your marriage, for yourself. Because success isn't measured by how much of yourself you give away. It is measured by how much of yourself remains.